I would pick React Native over Flutter if I could start over. I wanted to make this video for a while, but I didn't want to start another drama. Until I tweeted this, and now I have to talk about it. For those who don't know, I'm a self-taught developer and I learned to code during the 2020 lockdown, and I chose to learn Flutter because I love building mobile apps. And I use Flutter to build my own apps, MVPs for startups, and apps for Fortune 100 companies that are used by millions of people. I'm saying all of that to say that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to Flutter. And my first point is that Flutter and Dart feel like toy projects from Google, a company known for killing projects left and right. I mean, look at this, 296 dead projects. And let me refresh just in case they added another project. Okay, yeah, they haven't added it yet. But one day. Google also has Compose and KMP, which I feel like have higher priority than Flutter, even though they do the same thing. I'm not sure about that, but feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. And let's not forget that the Flutter team has lost quality and quantity at the same time over the last few years. Some of them moved to work at other companies, some of them started their own, and some got laid off. This happened last year. Google lays off staff from Flutter, Dart, and Python teams weeks before it is developer conference. And almost exactly a year ago. Are they gonna do this again? I don't know. But I wouldn't bet against that. And Flutter has 13,000 open issues on GitHub, which aren't going anywhere anytime soon, and I don't think the Flutter team has the capacity to handle this work as of right now. With that said, I feel like Google is pushing Flutter to the side before they sneak up on it and pull the trigger. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not, but I wouldn't bet against Google's massive graveyard of projects. Again, I'm not saying that is gonna happen, and I have no insider knowledge or anything hinting at that. This is just a speculation that comes up every other week. It is always looming over our heads. I don't know. That is the thing. You can never, I can't tell you that Google is not going to do that. And I can't tell you they're going to do it. I guess we will find out. And the biggest drawback for Flutter has always been the limited pool of open jobs in the US. Even when the market was hot, there is like 5 to 10 companies that hire Flutter developers at any given point, and most of the developers that I worked with came from those companies. I genuinely believe that I am 1 degree of separation away from anyone in the Flutter community. Not because I'm a big shot, but because of how tiny the community is. I know Flutter is popular in Europe, Asia, and Middle East, but that is not the case in the US. And you may not be able to tell from my American accent that I live in America, where Flutter jobs are almost non-existent. And this problem is worsened by the fact that Flutter and Dart are niche. They aren't used anywhere outside of building cross-platform mobile applications. You can't use Dart to build backends, and Flutter Web is a joke that's not even funny. This doesn't stop some people from trying, but I will believe it when there are companies hiring backend Dart, Dart developers, and when Flutter Web, I don't think it will ever be a thing, to be honest with you. Anyway, let's compare this to the JavaScript ecosystem. They have millions of frameworks to build websites. They have React Native that does the exact same thing as Flutter, and you can build backend, desktop, and all kinds of tooling with JavaScript. And here's the crazy part. You can build all of that with the same language and tools, and your experience easily carries over when switching from one thing to another. You don't have to learn a new language or a different tech stack, and it is no secret that there is more demand for React Native developers in the US from companies that actually pay well. And one thing that has become undeniable over the last 2 years is Flutter is shrinking in terms of technical progress, available jobs, community members, and even the influencers. So what am I going to do about this? I'm personally taking every opportunity to do something different, whether it is to work on the back end, become a CTO, join an AI startup, or become an influencer. And I may or may not be doing all of that. Just to be clear, I'm still gonna build my apps with Flutter because I love it and I can ship fast. Anyway, what do you guys think of Flutter and its future? Let me know down below. And I think that is all for today. Make sure to subscribe and I'll see you next time.